Alright, hello, welcome. This is a video tutorial on how to get a Gear VR project working in Unity 5. They've changed quite a bit from Unity 4 regarding virtual reality, and they've actually made it a lot more streamlined. Before you had to download a bunch of Oculus SDKs and tools, and it wasn't none of this was built in, so a lot of this is now built into Unity, and this is actually a little bit confusing since most of the virtual reality guides out there will make you do this, and it's not actually necessary. So let's jump right in. The first thing you absolutely need is an Android SDK. This is the first thing that Unity will ask you for as soon as you start building for Android. So download this, make sure that you get the Android SDK tools. That's the only thing that you'll actually be using in this. While you're installing this, it will, if you don't already have one, it will ask you to download a Java development kit. Just it'll stop in the middle and ask you to, or link you to a development kit that you can download. So do that, and then install Android Studio. Keep track of where your Android SDK folder is, because you'll need that. Unity will ask you for that. So once you have that, the next thing you need is a signature file from Oculus. You'll have to sign up and register at the Oculus developer site, but once you do, you'll need to plug in your phone, follow these instructions on their site to get the device ID. It'll look like this, a random string of numbers and letters. Basically, you just go into your command prompt and type ADB devices, and it should show up if that's the only phone plugged in. It'll be the only thing. You just copy that, and right here. You copy and paste that right into here, and then download the signature file and save that for later. You'll need that. You'll need to put it in a very specific folder for Unity to be able to recognize your phone, because if you don't have that in there, then it'll start saying this isn't legitimate. It'll yell at you. So you need that signature file. So once you have that signature file, go ahead and make a new project. And before you do anything, go into your assets folder and make a plugins folder. It won't be there. You'll have to make it. Go in there, none of this stuff will be there. Make a Android folder, and then make a assets folder inside of that. And this is where you'll paste it. This is what the file looks like when you download it. Just this file. This file will be created later. So once you have this file in this folder, in this folder, in this folder, you should be good to go to start configuring the actual project. So let me open up mine. Yours will not look like this. So the first thing you're going to want to do is obviously switch over to the Android build. This isn't actually where I have mine installed. This is my desktop PC where I have Camtasia installed, but not everything else. So I'll do my best to show you how to do this without actually having it. But so you're going to want Android. It will not look like this. Yours will have a bunch of options that you really don't have to worry about yet. So once you have that, you need to go into your, not build settings, player settings, project settings, that's what it's called, player, and then you're going to want to switch over to the settings for PC, Mac, and Linux, or actually, it'll be settings for Android for you if you have it set. And you're going to want to check this box that says virtual reality supported. That's the biggest one. So once you have that, you should be good to go at this point. So there's a few other things that I'd like to show you. The first is the render scaling. So to my knowledge, there is no easy graphical way to change your resolution setting. So to do this, you actually have to do it in a script. I tried to do this in its own script, and it wasn't working for me for whatever reason, so I dropped it into a script that I was already using. Let me show you. Basically, what you need to do to change the resolution is just import unityengine.vr and then make a public float where you're going to store your set number. And in your start function, this is all you need right here. Just set that float to whatever you want. I have mine set to 1.5, so that's 1.5 times the normal resolution. So just a little bit more. The default resolution is actually pretty crappy. It's very pixelated, and 1.5 is just enough that it doesn't impact the frame rate too much, but it still, makes it look better than garbage. So once you set that, you just do VR settings dot render scale equals this float, and that will set it. And that's about it for that. Other things that you'll want to do, you will not want to use that. Particle effects are very, very bad on Android right now. But oh yeah, the materials. The materials, you'll want all of them to be mobile. Having default materials and not having them optimized is terrible on the frame rate. And the frame rate is very noticeable on Gear VR. It's not just a frame drop like you'd normally see in a game. It's a frame drop, and you can start to see the borders of the screen. Not the screen, but like I guess the screen, yeah. You can start... The rendered screen starts to lag behind where you're actually looking, and you see the black around it, and it's very immersion breaking, so you definitely want a very high frame rate. I will be linking a tutorial, not a tutorial, but a guide for optimization in the description if you want to further do that. So the final thing is you'll need to plug in your phone and build this. Right. So for you'll build this. It'll ask you for your SDK path. You'll need to show it where that is and build it. It'll build you a APK file, and once you've got your APK file, you'll need to go to your PC and click on your phone, make a APK folder just to make it easier for you, and drag the APK file it should show up in your assets folder. I guess it's not here for me. Okay, so it'll show up here, and oh, there it is. Okay, so it'll show up in your main folder, not your assets folder, but your main folder. And you're going to want to take this APK file and just drag it into your APK folder that you created on your Android SD card. So once you have it on your phone, you'll need to enable the developer mode and what's it called? The third-party apps installation option. Um, Both of these are very basic things that you can look up if you don't know how to do them. But at least the developer mode, you just where is it? Here we go. So you go into the settings, about device, and then uh, click the build number. It'll have a long build number of the current Android version. You just click it 7 times, and it'll unlock the developer menu. And this is where the developer mode is, and the third-party application installer, not installer, but enabler is located. So once you have that on there and you've configured your phone, you then need to download a APK installer from the Play Store. It doesn't really matter which one you use. The one I use is literally just called APK installer, so just pick one that you like and stick with it. And then you're going to want to install that APK file that you put on your phone. And once you install it, it'll prompt you to open it. And once you open it, it'll prompt you to stick it in the Gear VR. And once you do that, it should load up your Unity scene. And you've done it, hopefully. So, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.